people don't see a difference necessarily between snorkeling and scuba diving. Some people kind of use those things interchangeably, whereas snorkeling definitely can have its dangers too, as well as a lot of fun. But scuba diving really has a lot of science behind it and a lot of skill set that you need to do it, and that's why it requires a certification. I think anybody is capable of doing it. It's just knowing what you're comfortable with and passing the certification.
So one thing that most people who have never dove don't understand, that underwater it's actually very loud. It's not as silent as you would expect water to be. All the animals make different noises. Machinery travels farther with sound underwater, and it's just a whole new world. It feels completely different from here on land. I've had a great time pumpkin carving underwater at White Star Quarry with our entire Greater Cleveland Aquarium dive staff team.
My most memorable diving experience would be when I dove the Great Barrier Reef off the coast of Australia. It was my very first scuba diving experience. I wasn't even dive certified yet. I did a Discover Scuba experience with an instructor when I was studying abroad in college. It's what made me interested in diving originally. It's just such a unique place to dive, and a place that hopefully will be around in the future for future generations to dive. But the colors, the animals, everything about it, the warm water, the sunlight, it was just nothing else was like it.
There is a learning curve that goes with diving. I think just trust your instincts and remember to breathe, because sometimes when you're in new situations, it's hard to remember to breathe because you're anxious about what you're going to be doing or nervous about the situation. But just taking those nice deep breaths helps keep you calm.
My advice for new divers is to take your time. Sometimes things are not going to come as easily as others, and if you stick with it, I promise you will get it eventually.
I would suggest somebody learn how to scuba dive because there's nothing else like it. You're in the water, you kind of are in your own mind. It's a nice place to just take a breath and relax. You get to see cool things that nobody else gets to see unless they're scuba certified. It's just kind of like its own zen.